Kevin, welcome to #Education Day.
Thank you so much.
The first question I'd like to ask you is, could you tell us about yourself and your journey?
So education really saved my life. I grew up in the US, literally in a log cabin in the middle of the woods without running water, without a toilet. And in my life, I should be poor. I probably should be dead. But teachers, people who believed in me because I didn't have a father, gave me the opportunity to really become what I am and do what I do. From there, I met an amazing woman who dedicated her life to education. Her name is Judy Paul, and was involved in educational research. The idea of how do I read better? What is literacy? Really leading research around the world. And from that moment, I learned that my own mission was to unlock the dreams of children everywhere, because that's the future of the planet. My own kids, my two youngest were born in Guatemala, and my oldest comes from a world of poverty. My friend Stuart Udell, whom many will meet, we've been working together on this mission for more than 20 years. And today, I have the distinct honor of working with governments around the world, with organizations that are asking, how do we allow talent in the middle of Africa or in Saudi Arabia raise their hand, show that they know something, and be matched with an employer or an opportunity somewhere else around the world, so that they can live their dream, so that they can unfold their best self. And as you know, we came together here because of our mutual friend, the Duchess of York. And I would end my introduction by saying, people like the Duchess, the Baroness, people who believe that it's not just every child deserves the opportunity to become everything that they might be, but our world, peace in this world, depends on two things: education and the opportunity to use that education. And that's really why I'm here with you.
So Prometric have been the enabler of this international conversation for #Education Day. Could you tell me, why did you want to partner with Peace One Day and make it all possible?
Because when we met, you and I, we said what the world needs now is not just one day. It needs a decade of focus and investment and honoring that the world, the entire world, needs to invest in education to ensure that Africa, which is the future, moves forward, that the Middle East, which is the battery of that future, moves forward, that India, that Asia, that everyone has a chance. So Prometric, in my daily life, I work with governments and organizations who are doing that. That's what they do. And so the idea that Prometric would come together with the United Nations and all of the folks who are coming together on this day to then form a decade of aligned action, well, it's a no-brainer, because that's what we do, that's what you do, that's what they do. So we're going to be here next year and for the next 10 years talking about what's next and why education is the foundation for peace and economy.
Well, Kevin, thank you for enabling Peace One Day to do the work that it does. It's incredible to have a partner like yourself, and the work that you do around the world is profound and incredible. So we feel humbled and honored. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for telling the stories that you tell.
I'd like to ask you, tell me about why education is so important to Prometric, and what exactly do you do in this field?
I want you to consider a diploma. I want you to consider what you get when you go to high school, or maybe you're getting a credential because you learned something on the job. Maybe you're a licensed doctor, or you're an attorney, or an accountant, or a CPA. Prometric is the trusted partner that says to the world, you know what you learned. That's what we do. We're trust architects. So we are the largest global licensing and certification organization that works with governments for everything from immigration to making sure that if you have a credential inside of your profession, I can trust you as a surgeon. Literally, that's what we do. So education and certification together. That's our job, and that's why we're here. And we do that around the world. We're the largest at what we do.
That was an amazing phrase you used, being trust architects. Could you tell me more about that?
I want you to think about how the world works. So my last book was all about trust. We're here today because you trust that I have something good to say, and I trust that you're going to tell my story in a respectful way. You get in the Uber because you trust that the driver behind the Uber is not going to run into someone else. A driver's license says that you can be trusted on the road. All of economy, all of the world works because we have some element of trust between us. Certificates, licenses, a diploma. Those are all indicators that I can trust something. And that's why I say that Prometric, we are the trust architects that allow economy to move quickly, to accelerate. Without trust, there is no interaction. And without trust in my economy, I don't scale, I don't move quickly.
Yeah. And so I can trust that the teacher's going to do the very best job for my child because you've played a role in that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we certify teachers. You know how to teach. Here in the UK, we're part of UKVI. So you can trust that the newcomer to the UK knows the language and is able to go on and become a contributing member of the United Kingdom. You can trust that your doctor or nurse has gone through adequate training and knows how to help you. That's exactly right.
Thank you, Kevin. I want to ask, for those who are interested in Prometric, how can people find out more? And is there anything they could do to support you?
So, Prometric.com, if you want to find out about Prometric. We partner with governments, we partner with organizations. If someone here, we partner with NGOs. If you're interested in growing your audience, if you want to make sure that you're a business person and the folks understand how to do robotics or work inside of your business, if you want to have an education program and you want to certify them, however you want to grow, go to Prometric.com. I'm sure there's an email there somewhere, or you can email me and we'll partner with you. We will help you to create quality standards. We'll help you to create those certifications, and we will help you to reach the world. That's what we do. We're literally an email away.
Could you talk to me about the role that education will play in relation to humanity's survival? I mean, we need to give young people the tools to be the driving force behind the vision of a united and sustainable world. So do you think anything needs to change?
I'm going to answer that about humanity on planet Earth, and then we'll end, since there's a lot of conversation about Elon Musk and a vision of becoming multiplanetary, about what it means for when we leave the Earth. But today, technology, economy is moving much faster than schools. Learning from a book is no longer adequate. I can learn on the job. I can learn in real time, and I can learn in a way that engages me to my dreams. So I think the first thing to understand is that we're at a place where we have to rethink education. We have to rethink what it means to know something and to have something useful. I was just with the small island developing states. I can become an expert in AI. I can become one of the most valuable humans on this planet living on a very remote island. That's fine, because we're all connected and I can learn that. I don't even have to have the world's most amazing professor beside me, because I can connect with that professor wherever they may be. Education today is about what I'm interested in and about my natural talent and about how I want to contribute to humanity. But secondly, We have a lot of unrest in the world. If you want peace, you have to have individuals who have the skills and the tools to contribute and the opportunities to contribute. If I'm skilled and I have no opportunity, I have unrest. If I don't believe that the world is invested in my ability to have a better life, I have unrest. Education and opportunity go hand in hand. 1 + 1 equals an opportunity for peace. Lastly, if I want to move all humankind forward, it takes the resources in Saudi Arabia and Dubai to invest in the raw material and talent in Kenya and in Cairo, to populate the planet with people who can help. I don't know if you've noticed, but Europe is aging, Japan is aging, America is aging. The young people on the planet are not equally distributed today. They are in Africa, they are in India, they are in Asia. So you and me, we have to be dedicated to educating them, because they are our future. Africa is the future for the next 200 years on this planet, I guarantee you, and the same is true for India. Lastly, if you believe in the vision of Elon Musk and others, that survival of our species means becoming a multiplanetary species, I need more rocket makers and more engineers and more people who can do the things that SpaceX is doing. And I need more pioneers, the people who have the intellectual skills, the emotional skills, the physical skills to go to Mars and beyond. We get nowhere. We don't get into tomorrow. We don't get into a peaceful next generation. And we certainly don't get to another planet without investing in human talent. And that's all education is, investing in the talent of tomorrow.
Kevin, thank you for supporting Peace One Day and enabling this conversation to happen today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the stories you tell. And I leave you and our audience out there with the following thought, that the science of changing minds begins by changing hearts. And when we change hearts and we give hope, we give the opportunity for peace, and we give the opportunity for learning. So thank you.
Cheers, Kevin.
Cheers.